I'm putting this video together today to hopefully help some people out if you're trying to use CLion and you're developing an Unreal Engine 4 on a Mac. So I couldn't find any videos for version 4.20.2 of the editor, so here we go. I'm launching Unreal Engine 4 from the Epic Games launcher. Currently, you can't compile the editor in CLion because there's no CMakeList file for that. There's probably a way to do it if you're familiar with that process, but full disclosure, I'm a relatively new developer. So I'm going with this for now, and so there's really no reason to compile the editor from scratch, unless you're going to make changes to the native C++ files within it, or if maybe there was a bug fix on GitHub, and you can't use Epic's recommended version. So that being said, we're moving along with 4.20.2. We've launched it here from the Epic Games launcher. So there's a couple settings that you have to make to tell it to use CLion's compiler. So those are found here. First of all, you want to go to Edit, Plugins, and then scroll down to Programming. And in Programming, you'll see CLion, and you can see it's already enabled here. It was already enabled in my version. So maybe this is disabled in others. I'm not sure. I can't say. But it's got to be enabled here to work. Once that's checked, you go into your editor preferences. You click source code over here in the left pane. And then you'll see our source code editor is set to CLion. So make those changes. Exit out of here. And then I already have the C++ class that's built. So we'll go ahead and open that up. And that's going to launch CLion. So here we go. It's found our class. Everything's formatted nice and pretty. And the greatest thing about CLion is the autocomplete features. It's really competitive with Visual Studio and Windows. Xcode, I don't think is on the same level as either of those IDEs. Let's see, here we can go ahead and type in UE log, and it'll tell us, here's what it's expecting. And I wasn't having any luck in Xcode getting any of this to populate. But that could be because Xcode was having an indexing problem on my machine, and I tried Xcode 9 and then the Xcode 10.6 beta, and both of them would basically index forever. I had to leave my machine on overnight while it was indexing, and it didn't even complete in that allocated time. CLion, on the other hand, can index the entire project file in about 10 minutes. It'll index and build all the symbols for it. So it's been really great here. So let's go ahead and we'll make a change to this config just so that we can see the hot reload feature in the editor. So I'll go ahead and just comment out a file. Okay, so we've made a change to our header file here. Now in the build list, there's all this populated, and this is the difference between the current integration of CLion into UE4 versus the previous. Previously, you had some say over what was populated here, and these are all entries in the CMake file. I guess you could manually edit those, but there used to be a setting in the editor, and there's a video floating around from the developer who pioneered this integration as to how that was set up. But as it is natively in UE4 now, this is what you get. You get all these different build options. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what half of them do, but I know the one that I need in this case is project name editor. So that means when I build the config here, any changes that I've made to the project will be sent to the editor, and we'll see the hot reload complete here, like you would with Visual Studio. Let's dive in a little bit deeper to this setting just to show you exactly how I have it set up. All it has is a target. There's no executable. I guess if you wanted to build this in a fully executable file, you could specify one here. But this is all we need to send it to UE4. So we got our comment here. Let's go ahead and build it. We see we're building. And there we go, hot reload complete. Now, that took a little bit more time than I would have liked it to, right? I think Visual Studio on Windows is quite a bit faster. For reference here, I'm running an i7 8700K with 16 gig of RAM, and everything's on an SSD drive. So looking through the log here, it doesn't look like it took very much time to actually write the code. There was just some latency between when it started, possibly, or maybe when it was in the generating code process. There might be some way to optimize this, but what I can say is that probably took more time than any of the other edits that I've made, and just to see why that might have been here. Well, let's remove this comment. Maybe it's because it's a header file. So let's make a change to the C++ file and see if we have the same results. Add this comment here, and then we'll build it again. See, this one's going a lot faster. It might be a caching thing. There we go, 39 seconds. I'm happy with that. And if you're on a Mac, this is really nice to use. I'm happy to pay the subscription fee to use CLion, and to actually be able to work in it. So that's the extent of the integration as far as I'm concerned. There may be more options and features that are hidden somewhere in the menus or in config file code. So if you're aware of any of those or any optimizations, please comment down in the comments section and help everybody out. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped you guys out.